pointed out earlier, that's been in business for over
Here we are,
100 years.
Spaceman 2.0, back with the crypto show.
They've been doing this for a very long time.
TradeFi to crypto, integrating crypto into institutional investments and the rise of crypto ETFs. You have a Bitcoin ETF, an Ethereum ETF.
Now, there's also
what's coming
the
next?
concept of concentration risk, which I think is not talked about enough. There's been some very public statements around some U.S. platforms around the amount.
So here we are
at
Futurist Blockchain Conference.
We need to reflect on that concentration risk. For an asset that is, quote unquote, supposed to be, diversified, to have a single coin hold so many of it, could be potentially systemically dangerous for the industry as well. So there certainly is a lot of considerations. On the flip side, I know that the asset managers will spend a lot of time due diligencing their own counterparties that they transact with, even on the customer side, right? So I'm certainly not suggesting that there's credit risk in the framework or that people aren't doing their homework, but the reality is, you are facing some issues today that over time hopefully dissipate a little bit as the industry grows, as more and more players get into the space. As the risk is more spread out across entities. And I encourage people to do their homework. Yeah, not your keys, not your crypto. Right? At the end of the day, ETF's a beautiful way to get orange pilled and to learn about Bitcoin and other products. But ultimately, the true nature of the asset is to hold it yourself.
Great, thanks so much. So, then you guys know one of the things assets, among many other things. And I think, to move the conversation away from the ETFs a little bit, I personally think that's one of the most interesting trends in the community, so TradFi crypto. And I'm just curious on your thoughts on how you see that market developing. How you see the tokenized market developing? Yeah, tokenized real-world assets. So, yeah.
So actually, I'm using my work talking about this.
Real-world assets.
Betty, sorry, if you hold your microphone. Oh, sorry, thank you so much.
The trend is definitely going towards tokenization of a lot of things. So we saw this with the trying to tokenize real estate, 2 years back, and it wasn't quite like
Trends going towards tokenization, real estate.
As you talking about previously, there's still more infrastructure that needs to come into play to make it more possible for every person to be involved. It's definitely moving in that direction, and the Translation Stream Network is something that helps in that tokenization process by providing the data for people to see that but this is again where you can need that combination of the students and the specialists to come together to bring the traditional community this. Okay, this is how to really understand how this can move forward in a really beautiful way, which it will.
Okay. So one of the most interesting things that in the past years just said, I think was captivated everybody's attention was Larry Fink BlackRock's big flip-flop when it comes to Bitcoin after previously being a critic.
BlackRock flip-flop.
Turned around
Larry
and
Fink.
started,
It's nothing.
launching the ETF.
Oh, now it's a store value.
Like a real turning point in the traditional finance worlds.
Larry Fink or Larry Fake?
What do you having big TradFi names like Larry Fink, others, saying we think this is the real deal, we think this is something we should pay attention to, we think this is maybe something worth allocating a certain percentage of the portfolio to. What's the impact of that?
I mean, look, I think I always start thinking about these things from sort of like the human element of it. Like if you imagine you're sitting at a financial institution and you've been working your way up the ladder, you're there for 20 years, and one day someone comes in that's a bit more junior, that's very excited about this new technology and wants to get involved somehow. I've been in that seat where it feels kind of risky, to move into something like this. But the minute that you have BlackRock, like the global CIO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, manages, they're the number one global asset manager around the world, holding almost 10 trillion of AUM at all times, and they're saying, hey, we think this is like the new paradigm. We think that this is the new cutting edge of finance, and we want to move into it. That just completely de-risks your job in terms of developing and looking at this asset class. And if anything, you're probably getting inquiries from your senior management of, hey, what's our solution around this, right? Same way that they're getting inquiries from management of, hey, what are we going to do with this AI thing, and how are we going to improve our business around that? And so I think this green light from sort of this beacon of the industry is really, really helpful and will spur so much sort of development, discovery, and movement sort of into this corner of the world. And so I think it's been like a fantastic move. And I do think that there's a lot of criticism out there of like you flip flop, things like that. And my feeling on that is sort of just, hey, like it's going to take some convincing, right, and learning the process to understand sort of how this works and like what are the benefits of that for you as a business. And it's okay to sort of have different opinions along the way. And I think, because of the long process it's taken to sort of get there, you have this very strong conviction, and he's not afraid to show it through interviews, which is very helpful to our industry.
To add on that too, I feel like the institutions have to grow into it, right? That I don't feel like they're necessarily doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They're recognizing, if I want to continue to grow by 20%, where do I find that money? And then there's new opportunities in changing generations. I think they have different opportunities to access crypto players. If you look at the funds right now, they're going on funds and trades. If they want to get into their ecosystem, the funds that are tokenizing right now are trying out
So there you have it, people, boys and girls. Spaceman 2.0 here at the Crypto Show, Futures Blockchain Conference. We're going to real world assets. Everything's going to be tokenized. Integrating crypto into institutional investments like Larry Fink's BlackRock. This is the rise of crypto. Spaceman 2.0 and